Hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, this is crooked. Sorry about that. You got to see my hand. My name is Stacey. I'm so glad you decided to join me. In this video, I want to talk about the dangers of having an affair. So when we're having an affair or thinking about having one and we're in that flirting stage, we don't always think about what danger could lie ahead because we're hit with like a tsunami of good feelings. We're hit with that, oh my God, I feel alive again. Oh my God, I can breathe again. Oh my God, this is what happiness feels like. So we're hit with that right in the beginning, and we don't see the dangers of what we're getting ourselves into. So let's get into that. I have 7 dangers that we might not see. Okay, so number 1, my brain is hijacked, and we become obsessed with that person. And all you can do is think about them day and night. So now you're no longer present with your family. Now all you think about is your affair partner. When you wake up, when you go to bed, constantly when you're eating, it's just you become very obsessive. What are they doing? Why did they didn't call me? Why is it taking them so long? Are they having a good time with their wife? If they went, like on vacation or something, did they change their mind? You just become obsessive, and it's not a good place to be in, because it's hard to get out of that obsessive thinking. Because what we don't understand is when we have a thought and we keep going over that thought in our minds, it creates a groove in our brain. So now our brain will automatically keep us in that groove. Like our way of thinking will now stay in that way, in that groove that we created. So once we get into the obsessive thinking cycle or a thought loop, it's hard to get out of it. So that is, to me, that's a danger, because I want my mind free so I can think about whatever I want to think about. I don't want to be obsessed with thoughts of a person. And I know what that was like, because he was on my mind constantly, and I could not be present with my kids. I couldn't enjoy my family or my friends. It was just all about him. Like my body was there, but my mind was on him. And that was constantly, too much. Okay, number 2. I don't act like myself. I become someone I'm not. Now I'm lying. Now I'm deceiving. Now I'm sneaking around. Now I'm hurting people. I'm just doing things that I don't normally do. And my self-esteem suffers because of it. So the dangers is our self-esteem can be affected by this. So it's worse if we already have a low self-esteem, because now you're really becoming someone you don't like. Because most people don't like lying and hurting and cheating and stealing and all that. Most people don't want to do those things. But when you start doing them to feed the addiction of being with this person, now you're starting to not like yourself. And that is not a good place to be in. Number 3, we put our life at risk. There's a risk of losing your family, losing your husband, as someone you really may love, your finances, your home. Everything changes when you have an affair, and especially if it comes out and there's a divorce. Now your children are affected. It's not worth the risk. The temporary high, the temporary escape is not worth the long-term risk. That was something for me, because I realized at the end of my affair that I still was in love with my husband, or I still loved him. And I could have walked away from him and totally regretted it and lived the rest of my life in that pain of him moving on, and it was all my fault and I messed up our family. It's not worth it. Like what you're feeling right now might be fun and might feel good for a little while, but the high lasts this much. The risk and the consequences and the pain lasts like this much. So number 3, no, that was number 3. Number 4, we can become depressed over time, and our mental health suffers, and we can become very mentally exhausting. It is very mentally exhausting keeping up with the lies that we tell, because we have to remember them so we don't get caught in our own lie. And we can become depressed when we want to be with our affair partner and they don't really want to be with us, or if they don't call us back or something like that, or we get on that merry-go-round of off again, on again. Now we can be depressed, and our mental life will suffer from it. Now I can't function at work. Now I can't do what I used to do. It's just, those are risks. Those are the dangers. Those are the consequences. All of these things come with having an affair. Number 5, there's a possibility of an STD. You know, it doesn't matter if your affair partner says, I've never been with anyone, I'm not having another affair, or I'm not like seeing anyone else. Okay, maybe you're not. Maybe this is your first one. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but maybe it's not. And my affair partner, he just slept with all kind of women all the time. Whoever would sleep with him, he was probably gonna sleep with him. You know, I hate to say that, you know, about him, but that's his wounds that made him do all of that. And you know, there's possibilities of STDs. You have to take this into consideration, and then if there is, then their spouse will get it, then your spouse will get it, and then you have to tell your spouse you got an STD and tell him. I mean, look, it's just not worth it. It's best to just walk away and just get out. Number 6, you get a divorce, you lose it all, and your AP stays with their spouse. This is the one that really gets me. So, say you're both married, you decide to divorce your husband because your affair partner told you that he was going to divorce his wife and you guys could get together and live happily ever after. I've made a lot of videos in a row, guys. So you go ahead with the divorce, everything's, you know, done, and he decides he doesn't want to leave his wife. So now you're single and your husband has moved on. No. Do not put faith and trust in what they tell you. Don't put that faith and trust in their promises. And that goes on my side too. You know, on our side, I told my affair partner I would marry him. I told him I would get with him and it was okay and everything was going to be fine and I loved him. And I did. Like, I really did love this man. I was in love with him. But he couldn't trust me because I left him and I decided to stay with my family. You cannot trust, you can't trust nothing in that kind of relationship. It's just no. Number 7, adultery is illegal in some states. In Louisiana, it's not illegal, but in some states it is. And I've had clients that have experienced that. It's illegal, and it's unfortunate. I've had some sad things happen to some of my clients because of adultery or having an affair, whatever. It's illegal. Guys, it's just not worth it for the temporary high that you're feeling. Work on the wounds, like work on yourself, get yourself healed, and then I would be willing to bet that once you get healed, you get those childhood wounds healed, you won't even settle for having an affair. Your whole view of that will change, and you will realize that it's nothing. There's no substance coming from it, nothing really of long term. So if you need help getting out, sign up with me. I'll help you, gladly help you walk through this. We'll get you out, get you back going on the straight path that is better for you in the long term. You don't have to do it alone. Don't be scared. Come out of hiding. I don't judge anyone. I'm just here to help you and support you and create that safe space so we can get things done and get you living healthy and happy again. Okay. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And until next time, you are not defined by your past. You are who God says you are. Love you. Bye.